Oh yeah, freak out, yeah, I'm looking right into the video scope, and this is Macho Man, #1 Macho Man impersonator, past, present, future, yeah, and I'm here to tell you, you are watching 49er Minded with Bashar, yeah, the cream of the crop, dig it?
49 Mind is it's not just a thought process, but a way of life. 49er Minded, 49er Minded, can't shake it. It's 49er Mind that I got. It's 49er Shine that I got. My psyche's on another Frisco Super Bowl. Don't sit slow, cause here we go with a super show. A red and gold session. About a red and gold obsession. With some well-controlled expressions. Let's talk about that win that we got. Who should have been in the spot? That's how it's been in the spot. Let's roll that back, all that crack, all that straight fumble sack. Or just dial it on up if you wanna talk smack. It don't matter what the storyline, as long as the story aligns with a 49er mind. 49er minded. It's not just a thought process, 49er minded, but a way of life. For sure. 49er minded. Way of life. 49er minded.
What is up, everybody? It's been a long time since I hosted the show. Some things got in the way of my life. Took a little vacation, got sick, all that stuff happened. But I just want to say what's up to everybody in the chat really quick before we get started, bring the guests on. We got Gaming with Nate 25. How's it going? Says, what's up, guys? We got David Souza says Niners. Who else is here? John V from the Locker Room Rant. He has his own YouTube page with his friends, and they do a lot of nice streams where they talk about sports. Great dude to have on. And without further ado, I'm going to bring my guest on, the Eye of the Niner. How's it going, bro?
How's it going, Bashar?
I'm pumped up, man. Doing good, feeling good. Training camp is going. They just started hitting with the pads on Monday. They took a little rest today, but these Niners are back in action, and it's going to be a lot of fun to get this new season kicked off.
Oh, yeah. Yes, sir, man.
Yeah, let me say what's up to another dude that dropped in. Danny G, what's up, bro? Known him for a long time. Another 49er rapper, 49er dude says, yeah, here we go with a super show. He was the guy on my new intro for this is season 2 of 49er Minded, where we get into the minds of 49er fans. So thank you, 49er dude, for laying down that track. Really, really appreciate it. A lot of people are giving me great feedback on that new song and the new intro. So we really appreciate it out here, man. And so let's get started, man. I mean, when I always ask this question to my fellow 49er fans whenever they got on here, because everybody has their own unique journey and their own unique story. How was it in life when the day you woke up and stumbled into 49er fandom? How did it all happen, man?
Well, first of all, thanks for having me on the show. I appreciate it. The first time I became a 49er fan, well, I was born in Frisco, lived in the Bay Area my whole life, but earliest memory was probably when I was about 5 is when, my father used to watch games at home on Sundays. And then I started watching games with him. He would make us a bowl of cornflakes and some bread with mayonnaise. And we used to watch games every Sunday since, 87 until today, basically. So those are the earliest memories I have of being a 49er fan. I mean, he would watch Raider games every once in a while, but it was always a Niner game that I was interested in the Joe Montana days, just the commentators, just the way that the 49ers played back then, and never varied from it.
Nice. Do you know what the first game you went to was, or do you have any memories of that?
No, not really. I remember the first game we probably went to was probably around 1989, 1990. If I can remember, it was the Arizona Cardinals we played. My uncle actually had season tickets. His father had season tickets since Kezar first opened, and it was in section 120 at Kezar Stadium, and then they transferred over to Candlestick, and it was right underneath the awning, basically like around the 20-yard line. And we went to I don't know how many games at Candlestick since I was maybe about 7 or 8.
Wow, man, a lot of 49er fans growing up don't have the luxury of saying that, man.
Yeah, really.
I sure as hell didn't start going to games that early. I was a fan right around then, but yeah, my first game was in, 91, I believe. Yeah, it was when the 49ers played the Detroit Lions. And then, they had the Oakland Fire going, and there was all this ash falling from the sky, and Barry Sanders was playing, and I'm a big Niner fan, obviously, but Barry Sanders was the only guy I really, really liked from other teams, and it was cool to see him. But he only picked up like 25 yards of Niner run defense, which is dominant that game, so he didn't get any big runs. Let me say what's up to a new guy that I hadn't seen before, Dallas Horgschmeyer, if I'm saying that right.
Yeah, it's my boy Dallas from Texas. What's up, Dallas?
Yeah, and we got it. There you go. Okay, what's up, dude? And we got another question. Says, "What's 49 dude?" Says, "What's up, Ray? Why you didn't tell me you was coming on, my guy, Bashar? Both of y'all." Wait, I thought I put it out there, man. I don't know. I thought I put it all over.
I thought I told you last time.
I kept repeating on my social media. I only put it up on my Instagram feed freaking 10 times already. I don't know.
My bad, 49er dude. My bad.
Okay, what's up, Prius Game? I don't know if he's playing jokes with me or if he's serious, but he says Trey Lance is the answer. I know he wasn't really too keen on Trey Lance initially, but maybe he's turned over a new leaf, so that's good. Yes, it's always funny, interesting with the 49ers quarterback topic, and as a San Francisco 49er fan growing up, it's there's always some sort of controversy or some sort of hype, or the quarterback position obviously is one of the more important positions in football. So there's always just going to be that. And sometimes the talk about whoever the quarterback is going to be might get a little emotional. So some people aren't ready for that either, but hey, at least we know who the quarterback is and we're going forward with that. So you went to a lot of games. I mean, was there any game that stuck out though? I mean, early on, as a Niner fan, that you went to, oh wow, that was a great game to go to?
One of the greatest games that I could recall was probably around 98, 99. We played the Arizona Cardinals, and my buddy actually he told me last minute. We jumped on the BART station, went out there, got in there about 7 minutes in the game. They're playing the Arizona Cardinals, and 7 minutes in the game, they're up 21-0, right? And they ended up blowing them out. It was 50-14. But the only thing that sucked is we were so far in the nosebleeds, all the way at the back row. We had to watch the game with one set of binoculars, right? that was one of the.
I've sat the nosebleeds at Candlestick, but right around the time, who was the quarterback back then, though?
Shoot, I couldn't remember. Maybe it was Elvis Kerbeck, if I could remember.
Elvis Kerbeck. Oh my God, we blew out with Elvis Kerbeck.
It was around 97, 98, 99.
Okay, well, it had to have been Steve Young, though, unless he was hurt that game.
I want to say it was Elvis Kerbeck for that game. But.
Really? Okay. He had a couple good games here and there. He wasn't that bad. What's up, RSF 49ers? How you doing, bro? Says, let's go. Really good dude, man.
Raj.
Yeah, Raj is awesome, man. Says, smash that like button. David McNew's been on here multiple times. He's always in here. And yeah, it's grow up as a Niner fan. It's just all kinds of good times. And it's unfortunate. At one point, we sat through just consecutive seasons, and it. Because I was used to all the winning seasons, and then all of a sudden I'm sitting here as a Niner fan, sitting through all these terrible seasons from Dennis Erickson all the way up to Singletary. Harbaugh comes along, we finally start winning again. So, as a fan, though, that's a true test of being a fan. You sit through the good, the bad, and the ugly, and we've all done that. Niners Nate's nonsense. I've been meaning to get back to you, man. I wanted to have you on the show pretty soon in the future. Awesome dude. He has his own channel. Subscribe to his channel. Says, "What's up, 49er Minded?" This guy is always pumped up. And as he always says, the hype train never stops. So growing up as a 49er fan, did you have any cool experiences as far as meeting 49er players or anything like that?
Well, Eric Wright is probably my go-to. He's actually a really good friend of mine. And since I work in construction, I had the pleasure of meeting him about 15 years ago. And we still collaborate to this day. He's one of the head sales managers of this lumber company. And we talk maybe 2-3 times a week. And he's a really good friend of mine right there. But yeah. He was probably one of the first Niner players, past, present, I had a chance to meet. Who else was it? Maybe when I was about 6, I met Steve Bono one time. Remember Steve Bono? He didn't play for us very long, but got a chance.
I remember him. He's a good backup quarterback.
Yeah.
He was good on the Chiefs, too.
Yeah. That was the first autograph I actually got with Steve Bono. I can't remember where we saw him. He was doing autographs somewhere. And I didn't have anything but a notepad, so I had the signature for, 15 years, and I don't know what happened to it, but
yeah,
some of the early memories.
Eric Wright, I had met actually my freshman year of high school. He came down to our high school with some other 49er players. None of the really big time famous ones came, but out of the bunch, I'd say Eric Wright was probably the most known player out of the bunch. with the Super Bowl rings, and he was really, really good cornerback in general. And yeah, definitely got his autograph, and he signed for a lot of people. He was very gracious. It was a 49ers. Basically, they had like a basketball team, the 49er basketball team against the faculty. and from time to time, Jerry Rice would play in those games, but he didn't play that game, though. He didn't show up at least. But it was like a lot of the offensive linemen, a couple of linebackers. But Eric Wright was like the bigger known dude there. Really, really nice guy, though. Oh, yeah, that's right. This guy says, congratulations to Bryant Young on being in the Hall of Fame. Yeah, that's awesome. When's the induction ceremony, though? So I think that's on Saturday.
Yeah, I think it's this Saturday, or if not next Saturday, right? Something like that.
Yeah. So, this is kind of new for you, right? This whole music thing. I mean, you doing these songs, these 49er songs, but out of nowhere, I'm connected to you on my Instagram. And for those of you guys who want to connect to either Niner on his social media, click on the description box of this video. I'll have all the links to his social media. So definitely check him out. He's also known as foreverfaithfulazteca. He puts that out as well, and he'll tell you guys all about that. But give us a little background as far as your little music background, and then how you stumbled upon making rap songs for the 49ers, man. How did it all happen?
So, I used to do mixtapes with a buddy of mine back in high school. He used to have this little karaoke machine, and he still raps to this day, but I haven't talked to him in quite some years. But we used to do these little mixtapes on his karaoke machine in his garage on cassettes way back when, right? So I had a little bit of knowledge. He taught me about, what a 16-bar verse was, about writing a hook, ad libs. So we kind of did that on this little karaoke machine. So I had a little bit of knowledge in that. And I did that with him maybe 2-3 years, something like that. This is years ago, right? And the way I got into it recently, which is last year, is actually Del G reached out to me. I knew who he was. I heard his songs back in like 2019 when he did Still Faithful with Dave Canal. And so one day he messaged me on Messenger, and I was like, "Oh, what's going on?" He goes, "You know who I am?" I'm like, "Yeah, I do." He goes, "Really?" He goes, "All the way on the West Coast." I said, "Del, I heard your music. Like, what's up?" And he goes, "I need to ask you for a favor." I'm like, "What's good?" So he goes, "Well, I've talked to quite a few people. I'm doing this Niner collaboration album, and everybody's saying that you know a lot of people in the Niner world, right?" So he goes, "Can you do me a favor and reach out to these artists for me? See if you can help me get them on his album." So I just sent messages to, Travis King, Jose Santana, CM McCarver, 49er dude, everybody that's came out with at least one song. And I was able to help him out, get all these Niner artists on his album, which was pretty awesome, because I didn't think that, they would even give me the time of day, because they didn't know who I was, right? So anyway, so he started doing some songs with these guys on his album. And he goes, "Well, there's one thing I can need also from you." I'm like, "What's that?" He goes, "I need you on my album." And at first I told him, I was like, "Well, dude, I'm not a rapper. Like, I haven't rapped in like 20 years. And he was like, "You know what? Just don't knock it till you try it, find out." So I'm like, "What's the first thing I do?" So I reached out to my boy DJ Maniacal, and he got me in contact with a guy named Ryan Palma from Red Wall Studios here in Fremont, which is actually right down the street from my house. And I called the guy up, and I did a verse for Del. I'm still waiting to hear his verse on it. He's supposed to release it pretty soon here. So Del, if you're watching, I'm waiting for that one. But anyway, so I did the verse for him, sent it over to him, and he goes, "Hey, you sound pretty good, for being your first time." He goes, "You should do your own music." And so I was like, "You know what? Why not?" Right. So I got back in the studio. I was able to find a beat from a buddy of mine. He was like, "Hey, get in touch with this producer. He has these beats for sale." And the rest is history. I came out with I Bleed Red and Gold last year, and performed a couple times last year, once at Blue Lot. And I wasn't going to do more music, but when we did the NFC Championship event that we threw in Sunnyvale, was the last time I was going to perform. And while I was performing, I hear about 30-40 people singing my hook. My wife's like, they're singing your song. They know it. So it got me juiced to do more music for this season.
That's nice. That's awesome. So, yeah, I didn't know that. I've definitely seen your songs circulating around the internet and all that. Obviously, I'm on your Instagram, but I didn't know it caught on to the rest of the people like that. Because I haven't been in those crowds, So that's good to hear, man.
Yeah, that was really good to hear when they were singing my hook. It was like, I don't know, brought tears in my eyes, right? Like that.
It brought tears to your 49er eye.
Pretty much.
If you can, I don't know if you can get up close to the camera. I want people to see this eye of yours, man. This guy has a prosthetic 49er eye, so I think that's pretty awesome, man. What I wanted to do was I wanted to play a little bit of that news clip of I believe the 49 one of the news stations went out to your house, Channel 4, I believe.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I wouldn't mind playing that pretty soon in a minute. Before I do that, though, I was curious about your growing up. Oh, there's Del G right there. I knew he'd pop in. What's up, man? How's it going, Del G? He's gonna be on the show in the future, by the way. He's gonna be on the show when So yeah, if you guys don't know who he is, check his music out. That's his YouTube channel out right there. You can subscribe to his page if you want. But yeah, like growing up though, as far as music goes, like who I believe you were buddy with some musician, and I'm sure you listened to certain people that influenced you as well. Could you tell us all about that? Who were your influences and who you grew up with and all that?
Sure. I grew up listening to all kinds of different music, right? But mostly rap, Frisco rap, Sacramento rap. I actually grew up with he's actually with Sublime right now. His name's Rome, and he was a good friend of ours back in high school and stuff. And he's actually doing music with Sublime now. He's actually on tour, and he's been doing music with them for about 6-7 years now. But I grew up listening to a bunch of guys in Frisco: Selsky, Messy Marv, Rappin' Forte. A lot of the Frisco legends right there. So that's a little bit about my music background from when I was a kid. RBL Posse.
RBL Posse. I saw him at the tailgate last year. Yeah. I was gonna say, I met Rappin' Forte way back in the day when I was working at the mall, and he came in and just said what's up to him for a minute. He was cool. Remember, when I first heard Rappin' Forte, I remember he was on that one Too Short song, "Don't Fight the Feeling."
Yeah, I remember that, right?
Yeah, he was on that, and then like you hadn't heard from him for so long, and then like 4 or 5 years later, he starts putting out his own music, so it's pretty cool. Yeah, I love those Bay Area rappers, man. I can go on for days about Bay Area rap and hip hop.
Oakland, Frisco.
But more of the older stuff. I'm not a big fan of the new stuff. Now the 49er stuff, yeah, that's cool. What I want to do is I want to cue the video to when the news went out to your house and to talk to you about being a Niner fan. And actually, I saw like maybe 2 seconds of the video, so a lot of this is going to be new to me too. But I just think it's really cool for like a fellow Niner fan to get on the local news and just rep our Niners, man. So let's check it out in just a second. Hang on, let me make it full screen.
49er fans, just can't wait until Saturday's playoff game in Santa Clara. Some really keeping their eye on the prize.
See what you did there. You know how this goes, right? A team was bad, gets good. Some people jump on the bandwagon, but others have been there through thick and thin. Call them diehard fans. Crown Force J.R. Stone is with us now. J.R., I feel like you met some diehards today.
I certainly did meet some diehards today. You can see they are decked out in their Niners gear here. You see all of the Niners stuff on the wall. This is the Pena family, Ray Pena there, and his lovely family. Even the dog is dressed up over there. They are ready to go. And I'm going to take you through their house to show you some of the cool things you have. And I will talk a little bit later about something you've probably never heard of. Ray Pena, who you see sitting right there, he's got something special in the form of a prosthetic 49ers eye. I mean, that is so unique, and he's proud of it, and he's got that Quest for 6 big necklace on right there as well. But okay, I'm going to make my way back to this room momentarily. I've got to show you some of the stuff that they have here. And you can see, I mean, we're talking about some of the collection stuff. Look at all of the old articles they have from the 70s and 80s. I mean, that is good stuff. You walk into the other room, they've got all the jerseys out here as well. And keep in mind, it does look like a lot of jerseys, but Ray tells me 10 of them are at the dry cleaners tonight. You look at the table, and this is something unique as well. You see this jersey right here. It is signed by Joe Montana and Dwight Clark as well. One of the unique things that you don't see very often. See some of the necklaces right there, and then they've lined up all of the gear. This is the first time that Ray has took out all of his gear, and he's put it out for us to see. Now, he talked about that unique Niners thing he has in the unique eye. Take a listen.
Some people, when we go to tailgates or go to the games, hey, I got a pretty cool tattoo. Well, look at this. I got a 49er eye. So, and the first thing I asked when I met the doctor doing my prosthetic was, make me Niner eye, dude. I'm a diehard faithful fan, and that's what I want. So he made me one and told me to pay him a certain amount of money, but that was the year they went to the Super Bowl, and he goes, I'm a fan too. You wear it for every game that you ever go to for the rest of your life. It's on me, and been wearing it every day since. Well, during football season at least. So.
All right, man, that was awesome, dude. That was really awesome. You don't see many 49er fans have the local news come to their house and show off all their Niner memorabilia. So people talk about a man cave, but your house is almost like a Niner museum.
Yeah, so it was kind of a trip when I went on there, because there was people that were reaching out to me. I was at work, and that was like 30 minutes before, or 30 minutes after I got off work. He actually showed up at my house, but he wanted to do the show. It was in the 2019 season, right before the playoffs, and reached out to a bunch of people on Facebook. And I need to get a guy that's somewhat different, right? So I'm getting all these phone calls from people, and like, J.R. Stone wants to interview on TV. I was like, I don't know if I want to put myself out there like that, right? Because even when I used to go to games before that, I would wear my sunglasses because self-conscious issues, losing my eye to cancer and all that. So my wife told me, like, hey, why not put yourself out there? It's up to you. So I called him up, and he goes, I'm thinking it's going to be like a couple of days from now or whatever. And he goes, I'll be at your house in 20 minutes. I was like, oh shit. So I ended up grabbing whatever I could out there, but most of what I have was in my garage, as you can see behind me now. But yeah, it was super cool. He was able to come out to the house and do an interview. And next thing you know, like within a month, I got like, I don't know, 3,000-4,000 people on Facebook trying to follow me. And I was like, wow, this is crazy. They just wanted to get to know who I was. And, I feel really blessed for that. Just all these Niner fans around the world I know now. It's pretty awesome.
That's really cool. I just saw a funny message in the chat, and it's something I've been saying for a good portion of my life. Raiders suck. So I know they're playing a little preseason game right now, but I'm not watching. Yeah. I mean, that's awesome, man. So let me see what's up to this dude right here. Niner by nature says Sir Lance, the king of the NFC. What's up, Niner by nature? This guy's just, very present on YouTube, and he's always repping the Niners, and great dude in our fan base. Awesome guy. What I want people to hear was your music, because you got the all gas no brakes song, the Niner Empire stand up, and you actually have a music video, and I think that would be fitting to play right now for a Niner Empire stand up song. And really quick, when you wrote it, like who, you were. I was telling you this earlier. Like when I hear that Niner Empire stand up song, or when I hear you on other songs, like you just have this certain type of flow, and to me, it sounds just as good as any type of catchy flow out here on the radio. And I was asking you, I was like, did the producers guide you through that? And like, hey, say it like this. But you're like, no, that was all me, man. So, hey, shout out to you, man. I love the way, I just love the feeling of the hook of the Niner Empire stand up. It just has this upbeat, like, feeling that gets you hyped up for the music, and obviously about the team, because the song's about the team. So we're going to get into that music video. But anything interesting to talk about in terms of how you wrote the song, or what came to mind, or the people you met up with to get the song or the video going? Any interesting things to mention right there? So
there's a lot of people that tell me I have a really creative mind, like with my clothing brand and things of that. But for me, I'll go through like 400 or 500 different beats until I find the right one, right? BeatStars, or, a friend of mine, sending me different beats and stuff. But when I hear that beat, I don't know, for some reason, the song just comes to me. And that one right there made me feel like, I follow a lot of chapters, and I wanted to write something like, an experience going to a tailgate, because it hasn't been done before, right? And just like kind of what I see, you're really pumped up to walk down the street when you're walking to the stadium from Blue Lot, or if you're at Empire Row and Green Lot. And it's about us all coming together, being a season ticket holder. You meet people from all over the world. You'll see people coming with just beer in hand, no cooler, and you can tell they're from out of state, right? So we always welcome those kind of people with open arms. Like, hey, if you have nowhere to be, come tailgate with us. We don't know who you're welcome with us, basically. And then we'll ask them where they're from. They could be from another state, the East Coast, another country, and it's about the same. We're all there for the same team. It's all the same goal, and that's the reason why I wrote Niner Empire Stand Up. I wanted it.
Awesome. It's kind of funny about the tailgates, because everybody that tailgates, whoever's running what tailgate that you go to, everybody's so hospitable and welcoming. And sometimes I'll have new dudes with me, and I'll hey, come meet me at this tailgate, and it's a lot of people I've known for years, and they'll be kind of like complacent. I said, go get some food. Like, no, I don't want to get any food. Like they feel like they're shy or something. Well, no, man, everybody here's hella cool. Just grab a plate of food, man. We're all here for each other. So, yeah, it's just a great experience. I love tailgating with Niner fans. We got some people that just dropped in. I'm gonna play the song in just a minute. I just want to say what's up to these people really quick. There's the name says Melissa Balcazar, but says, hi Ray, this is Lennox. So you might know who that is.
Yeah, Lennox right there. Yeah, he's the most famous little 49er fan I've ever met in my life.
Little, how old is he?
7. He's 7.
Oh, wow.
Mom
wow. Well, welcome aboard. Great to have you on.
I'll send you his link.
Oh, nice. Okay, we got Ron Valderrama says, I used to think I was a Niner fan until now. Must be the realest Niner fan ever I met. I think he used to think he was the biggest Niner fan. Shout out to Big Ray. He's saying you're probably the most realest Niner fan he's ever met. So cool, man. Shout out to him.
One of my coworkers right there.
Oh, okay, cool. All right, so let's go and get your song queued up. It's actually the video. It's cool to have a video, man. So it's a really nice video, and I felt like I saw it. I was like, oh wow, we got to play this on the show, man. And you reminded me that you had a video too. I almost forgot that you even had a video, but once I clicked on it, I was like, oh no, we definitely got to play this, and I'll be on in just a second, just a moment.
Forever faithfulazteca. Nine and five, stand up with that red and gold. Different countries, different states, different area codes. Represent to the fullest. We're Niner faithfuls, forever faithful to the bay. It's all the same goal. 9 and 5, stand up with that red and gold. Different countries, different states, different area codes. Represent to the fullest. We're Niner faithfuls, forever faithful to the bay. It's all the same goal. From the Bay to LA, Germany, down to Mexico. Chapter flags fly and represent everywhere we go. Santa Clara lots, game day at Levi Home. Tailgate parties all over, stop by Empire Road. We are the greatest fan base in the NFL, taking over all states. The faithfuls never fail. Invasion takeovers, Niner chapters got you covered. Niner fam like no other, presidents are like my brothers. Cold-blooded all day, 490 only way. Blue Light 1, Levi South, tailgates on Sundays. Night before a game, no sleep, anticipation. Pack your ride, rock your jersey, grab your chain, then you're ready. Pull up 5 hours early, parking with that early tailgate. Cooler pack, ready to grab and drink it up with Niner family. Lose track of time, kicking in Blue Light 1. Make it new Niner fam every time you come. 1 hour before the game, time to pack up your spot. Walking to the stadium, 4-9 is the only talk. In your seats, get loud, it's about to go down. Scream loud, stand proud, root for your team now. First down, touchdown, listen to that horn sound. Spartan call, ready to ball, Hall of Fame, Bill Walsh. Niners on my team forever, die hard like no other. This year our team is stronger, other teams get slaughtered. 9 and 5, stand up.
That was awesome, man. And you're right. You do talk about the tailgate experience on that song. You talk about showing up early, packing everything up before you walk in before kickoff. That was awesome, man.
Thank you.
And again, I keep talking about that beat, man. There's something about that beat and that flow and that hook. And I don't know, man. I don't know. And if anybody's out there and they listen to the song and they think it's weak or they think it sucks, I just think they're a hater then. I don't think there is anybody that says that. But if they are, and I don't know, man, they got to check their ears or something.
The music that I do and the music that I'm coming out with pretty soon, I can care if one person hears it. I can care if 150,000 people listen to it, right? I do it for the love of our team, and it gets me going.
So John V from the Locker Room Rant, big Niner fan, repping in the Ohio area, says, "Yo, Bash, I got to meet this dude. His story is just fire." Oh, he said, "Why didn't you play the whole video?" Because I'm gonna play other stuff too. So. Yeah, my bad. It was kind of like a teaser, I guess. Yeah, he said certified banger right there. Yeah, I got to agree with him. So there's All Grass, No Breaks that you did with the 49er dude. And how did it start off with that whole idea of putting that song together?
I don't know. I was watching some kind of 49er highlight video one day, right? And I don't know. There's a picture that's been going around forever, right? And it has a little fuel button right there. And it's a little 49er type picture right there that I posted actually for game day a couple times. And it said all gas, no brakes. So I was like, oh, I got to make a song for that. And then I got hooked up with this producer in Las Vegas named New Money Beats. And he sent me a bunch of beats. And as soon as I heard that, I was like, boom, there it is. All gas, no brakes. So I got to writing it and did my first verse on it. I was going to do a solo song in it, but I was like, dude, I've done 2 songs now. I want to see if anybody else would like to get on it. So I reached out to 49er dude and Dane Madden, and 49er dude, as soon as I sent it over, he was like, I'm getting in the studio like this week, right? And same thing with Dane Madden. I was like, you ready to get on? Because he had came out with a song called Red Gold, Let's Go. And they were both so juiced to have this. And as soon as I finished it, this is quite a few months ago, they were like, hey, you going to release it this week? Like, they were so pumped for it. And yeah, I'm glad that song came out. A lot of people like that. And I can't wait to have people hear it during the season.
So we got, I believe this is Supa, the guy who collabs with 49er dude.
Mm-hmm.
Well, his screen name says Black Superman. I think that's Supa. It says, what up, bro? Had him on the show. Awesome dude. Great vocal talent. Really good singer. Definitely check out his music. I was going to say, though, because 49er dudes in the LA area, you're in the Bay Area, that Dave Madden guy, I think you told me he's from Fresno, right?
He's actually from Modesto. He's part of
Modesto. Okay. Yeah. So it's not like you guys all met up in the same studio. Like, how does it work out when you guys are jumping in different studios and recording on the same track? I mean, could you explain it in like, common layman's terms?
Yeah, well, I'll record the hook. That's what I mostly do before I send it to, anybody I've been collabing with. And I'll write the hook, and then I'll send them the WAV file. And basically what they'll do is they'll go into their own studio, write their own verse, send it with a reference track and then an acapella, so that I can take it and go back to our studio with my engineer, and we can throw it on the song and critique it the way we want to. So that's basically how it works right there. So it's every studio is going to have different equipment, but as long as I get the acapella and the reference track with it, then my engineer can alter the way they sound to make it sound more like me, and that's the way it works.
And normally when you record, how many takes do you go through to get your whole verse out for a whole song?
So the guy I go to, his name's Ryan Palma. What's up, Ryan, if you're watching right there? But he's a perfectionist. He does. He's actually the producer for Travis King. Travis goes through him, and he does a lot of the well-knowns in the Bay Area rap world right here, and that's his passion in life. Like he'll turn the worst ones I do and make it sound like it's like I'm the best ever, right? So to do a whole song, maybe 2 verses, like what I did with 49er Empire Stand Up, was probably maybe about 2 hours worth of doing the same 2 verses over and over again. He's quite a perfectionist, so it takes some time.
Everything sounds really professional, and that's the way I look at it with music too, because I've tried to record my own stuff before in the past, and for me it's just like, I don't care if it takes me 4 hours sitting at the computer. if it doesn't sound the way that I want it to sound, I'm going to go over and redo it.
Yeah,
that's how I look at it.
Well, sometimes he'll make me do the same bar over, like, I don't know, 40 times, and he'll just do it on a repetitive and a record. So I can do the same just one bar for like 3 or 4 minutes. And then, he has such a good ear. He goes, all right, do it again. And when he hears the one he wants, he'll just pluck it out and then on to the next one. Right. So
cool. I think some of your friends just dropped in. I don't know this guy. Maybe you know him. Miguel Balcazar, Bang Bang Niner Gang.
That's Lennox's dad right there.
Okay. What's up?
Yeah, it's awesome.
And then we got this guy. I don't know this guy. Maybe you know him, Quay Browning.
Yeah, Quay, man. He's a Spartan Empire chapter.
Oh, okay. I wonder where he says ATL. When I first saw the ATL, I was like, I hope he's not a Falcons fan.
No, he's president of the Spartans in Atlanta. We're actually going to be going out to the Atlanta game this season right there, and hopefully get a chance to meet him out there.
Yeah, it's a big turnout over there. From what I hear, they have a big takeover plan for that game. So.
Yeah, I've heard about this takeover since last season. So that's the game that I try to pick one away game per season, and that's the one I told Dale, I was like, I'm going to that one no matter what. So it's going to be huge that game.
My bad. What I was going to say was we're going to go ahead and we've been talking about all these songs, and we're going to go ahead and play All Gas, No Breaks right now. And we're going to get it going in just a second. All right. A lot of bass on this too, by the way. You got a lot of bassy type songs.
Mm-hmm.
All gas, no brakes, red and gold, Empire, hit the throttle, quest for 6, play off out, nothing finer, Niners win, faithful, San Francisco, let's go, season starting, Trey Lance, underrated. defensive wars, killer tactics. IU, Colonel John, make you feel pump. Run up the middle, Stone Cold Kittle. Offensive check, sending use check. 50 Alex Mack, gonna break backs. Brad Warner 54, James can't score. Eric Armstead, that's enough said. 4th and 1, defense will defend. Can't stop our team, cause we're going to the Super Bowl. Bay rooted, Cali raised, we stay Frisco faithful. Touchdown, get that 6 gold-blooded. Empire, bang, bang, Trey Lance starting. Die hard for life, this is our season. Can't compete, the Niners stay winning. Eye of Niner, Niner Empire. FYT, stay on that gas. No brakes, moving fast. Quest for 6 is in our grasp. All gas, no brakes, red and gold. Empire, hit the throttle. Quest for 6, play outbound, nothing finer. Niners win, faithful. San Francisco, let's go. Season starting, Trey Lance, underrated, Super Bowl.
All gas, no brakes in the zone. Looking for that Lombardi number 6, bring it home, pick 6, and I'm home, big strip, and he gone. Who was that? It's the Niner defense, Cooper score, blow the horn, blow the horn, blow the horn. 21 and 0, here we go, defense shutting them out. Got them putting, we stomping them out. Resulting in weaklets, cussing us out. See chickens running them out, squawking about the single ring. That don't mean a thing to a team with multiple bling. It's a Niner thing, so it don't Sam, it's a minor thing. Niner chicks, we like the finer things. Niner chicks hotter than a quick slant on a blitz. 6 championships in the mix. I predict them chips will exist cause of this squad that we built. Never flaws that'll hit, never pause, never quit. Dog walking and shit. Up and down Levi, taking down these guys. Touchdown the prize. Jenny take the gritty, looking pretty. LV2 trying to get it for the city. Getting busy for this title run. 49 and nothing find a son. Red and gold is where we rockin', huh? 49 and fresh, we the best. Take it to your chest, say you want it done.
All gas, no brakes, red and gold. Empire, hit the throttle. Quest for 6, play outbound, nothing finer. Niners win, faithful. San Francisco, let's go. Season starting, Trey Lance, underrated, Super Bowl.
Hit the throttle, no brakes. Headed for 6, blink, do what it takes. Landed it down, scout, girls cry legs. Showed up in Lambeau, melting snowflakes. Fell short of the Super Bowl, still aches. But separate me from the fair weather fakes. I'm a 49 faithful till my soul breaks. Most makes quarterbacks tremble and shake. Hit so hard, make SF earthquake. Try to catch Mitchell, ankle shall break. Try to run the ball, body shell ache. Bit by green law, venom of a snake. Shanahan called deep fall, maybe fake. Edge of your seat, keep y'all awake. Other fans sleep though, looking like sheep, yo. Nigga fell off, stay fighting on our feet though. Snatch y'all chains off, bring it back Debo. Number 85 equals number 1 gringo. You biggest guys looking like Chico. O-line digger graves with our cleats, yo. Not a fan base, yeah, that's my people. Q's in the running line, bumping Hebrew. Haters on death row, mission for one more. Go loco, ready to go confetti, slow-mo, let's go.
All 3 of you guys killed it on that song, man.
Yeah,
you 49er dude, Dane Madden. Again, I always talk about the beat. I just love that sample, that loop. I don't know what. I know when I hear it, it sounds like something from a Middle Eastern song. I could be wrong. That's why I was asking you about who the producer was who put that together. I just think that that's one of the best beats I've heard in a long time. It sounds like something that should be on the radio. Honestly, when I turn on the radio, I just hear a lot of crap. And when I hear something good, it's like, why is it on the radio?
That was really hard to write to, actually, because that beat is just so fast. So actually, 49er dude and Dane, it was kind of, they told me it was out of their element, but somehow we made it work, right? And then in that first verse that I did right there, I don't know, for some reason, once I did the hook and then the beat drops, right? It reminded me of that E40 song. Nope. Yep. Choices. Right. Choices. So that's why. So if you hear it again, it goes, Trey spot game, always in top, right? So I kind of took that from his song and kind of incorporated it into my verse for this one right here.
Yeah. And, if you ever heard my "Who's Going to the Game? What's Good" song, that's me doing E40's voice.
and we're going to be doing the music video for that track actually at the home opener. And
okay. Somebody in here, David Souza, was like, "Are you filming a new music video at the home opener?"
Yes,
so
sir.
it is for All Gas No Breaks. Okay, there you go. And Willie B says, "Let's get it." Says, "That's my pops, y'all. He got them bars." I think he's talking about 49er dude. That could be his son. That's my guess. I think.
Gotta be. I got 4 girls, man.
There you go. Yeah, I think I've seen him on the chat here before. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, 49er dude's awesome on that song. And there's the Niner Empire Stand Up song that we actually, did we play that one already?
Yeah, you played the
okay, we already played that one. I must be missing a song then, because I know there's another song that you have. I'm going through your Eye of the Niner topic YouTube channel. So
yeah, I came out with, go ahead. So I Bleed Red and Gold. That's on there too.
That's the one. Yeah,
that's the one I did last year. That was my first one right here. That I
there you go. So we'll go ahead and play that one. I knew it. Yeah. Well, once I clicked on it, and actually, you know what? Before we get into this, because I know you talk your Instagram page is Forever Faithful Azteca. When I clicked on the video, it has a Forever Faithful Azteca logo. Can you talk about the whole Forever Faithful Azteca thing that you've been putting out, and just let everybody know about it? Yeah.
So that's my 49er Aztec clothing brand that I started in August of 2020 during COVID, right there. So I actually thought about that for a couple of years, and you know, me being mostly Mexican, I wanted to do something for, you know, my people, I guess you can say, right? And the only thing out at the time that you saw was like the Day of the Dead Sugar Skull 49er type logo. So I wanted to be something different and something that's kind of like me too also, right? You know, from where my roots are. And I was actually at my brother-in-law's house one day, this is years ago, and my brother-in-law's dad actually wrote a bunch of books on the Aztecs. And he was studying the Aztecs and the Mayans for like 40 years. And then, so he gives me a book. I start reading it, started learning about the Aztec culture. And at the last page I saw was the Aztec calendar. I was like, that's it. That's my first logo that I'm going to do. And I want to kind of throw the 49er theme into it, right? And, you know, I dropped my brand and I didn't get very many shirts that first time. I was like, maybe people weren't going to like it. So I ordered like 50 shirts and took a chance on it. And I sold like 400 shirts the first month. And you know, the rest is history. I've came out with 4 different designs since then.
So when you sold those 400 shirts, was this all from people through Instagram or
Instagram and Facebook? I don't even have a web page or anything for it.
Yeah, you're not even on Twitter. I was looking for you on Twitter. I couldn't find you on there either.
Yeah, I got my full-time job in construction, and that's just something I do on the side, whether I make money or I don't. You know, that's just a little passion thing that I do. So.
Nice. And maybe I could talk to you about putting together my 49er Monday clothing line one day in the future. You know? At least put out some t-shirts.
I can hook you up with the right guy. The guy that does my designs. He actually does my shirts, my rally tails.
Nice.
He does a bunch of the Niner chapters and all over the world, basically.
Yeah, on the thumbnail for this video, you know, when I do the video thumbnails to get the word out for these videos, I actually put obviously I have his picture on there, but I had also picture the 49er Forever Faithful Azteca logo on there as well. Basically, it's like an old school Aztec calendar with some 49er flair to it. And so with that said, we're going to play the I Bleed Red and Gold song in just a second. I'm going to share my screen and get it going. All right, guys? So...
Niner faithfuls all around me, red and gold is what you see. Most are running like the Flash. Trent Williams is a beast. Debo snatching chains, Jalen Hurd go up and I bleed red and gold till I'm dead and cold. These killers never fold. 49er faithful, Niner fall live, where my passion lies, and that will never change. Forever faithful to the bay. I bleed red and gold till I'm dead and cold. These killers never fold. 49er faithful, Niner fall live, where my passion lies, and that will never change. Forever faithful to the bay. 16 to 87 is where it all started, known as the catch. Super Bowl 81, the year of my birth, destined for greatness. Walsh in the Niner team brought home first Lombardi. It was a new era, we could not be stopped. More SB rings are coming, I hope for 2021. I have faith in Jimmy, he's still our QB. Throw it in the end zone, Kittle 6-point TD. You should hit in sidelines, do you hear that horn? There is no better feeling than watching the Niners get that score. RD is strong, full support, let's get them sacks. Seattle, watch out, putting Wilson on his back. Green line, goal line stop, Kittle drags the Saints whole team. 49er die hards, we always rep our team. Other teams you can't compete, we are the best in the league. Screaming Niners fall live, hashtag FYT. I bleed red and gold till I'm dead and cold. These killers never fold. 49er faithful, Niner fall live, where my passion lies, and that will never change. Forever faithful to the bay. I bleed red and gold till I'm dead and cold. These killers never fold. 49er faithful, Niner fall live, where my passion lies, and that will never change. Forever faithful to the bay. Season ticket holder, section 126. Every home game Sunday, catch me Levi with my team. Niner faithfuls all around me, red and gold is what you see. Most are running like the Flash. Trent Williams is a beast. Debo snatching chains, Jalen Hurd go up and get that pass. The future six is coming, our team this year can't be beat. I'm proud to be a part of the Niner Empire. Forever faithful as Azteca. We always make that fire. The season is ours. Shanahan will be on top. Tailgates every Sunday. Catch me up in Blue Line 1. 650. Faithful, familiar. Santa Clara 408. OE tailgate. Born and raised up in the Bay. Won't have it any other way. Red and gold up in my eye. My Niner faith will never die. Gold-blooded, head to toe. Won't settle for nothing less. This is my team forever. Fuck your team and fuck the rest. I bleed red and gold till I'm dead and cold. These killers never fold. 49er faithful, 9er fall live. Where my passion lies, and that will never change. Forever faithful to the Bay. I bleed red and gold till I'm dead and cold. These killers never fold. 49er faithful, 9er fall live. Where my passion lies, and that will never change. Forever faithful to the Bay.
I like the part where he said putting Russell Wilson on his back. He's not the Seahawks anymore, but and you gotta love that part. The part was hilarious.
Right when I was about to come out with that, we were right about to play the Seahawks, and I hate the Seahawks with a passion, so I had to throw that in there.
You're not the only one, but it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be a bit more fun playing them now that Russell Wilson
100%,
has been a thorn in our side, isn't there anymore? So, John V from Locker Room Rant says, "Bash, this episode is great. I appreciate it. Truly, fellas, enjoyable. We appreciate you, man.
Thank you,
Always
John.
great to have you. John's an awesome guy. Whenever I hear him, well, his show is called The Locker Room Rant. It's with two of his friends that he grew up with, and they're always going back and forth, yelling at each other. And I always tell John, I'm not sure if he likes this, but I always tell John that he sounds like a Danny Bonaducci when he goes on his rants. Not that many people nowadays may know who he is, but some people do. He used to be on he's just like a radio DJ and former child actor. What's that?
I'll follow you.
The Locker Room Rant. I'll send it to you. I'll send it to you. Yeah. He's the only Niner fan on there. It's a Browns fan and a Buffalo Bills fan that's on there as well. But it's just, they talk about all sports too. It's not just football, but it's a really, really entertaining show. I love those guys. They're a bunch of great dudes. And we got Amin the Dream says, get 49er minded to 1,000 subscribers. Hey, I'm hustling. I'm trying, man. We got to get Amin the Dream to 1,000 subs. How about that? Yeah, Amin the Dream's a great guy. Really, really knowledgeable for, a high school kid. Yeah, he just knows a whole lot about the Niners and sports in general, and just a really, really good kid. So definitely check out his YouTube channel. I first knew about him. He used to call in on the Grant Cohn show. I'm not sure if he still does, but that's how I first knew of him. And let's see what else people are saying in the chat. I'm curious. Del G says monster. And yeah, man, it's funny when because I remember asking this before to 49er dude about dropping players' names and songs, and he's like, yeah, try not to do that too much because you time stamp the song,
Yeah.
But like I think as a Niner, if I were to write a song about the 49ers, hey, I'm going to talk about the players I love, so I'll probably throw in some players' names. But some people kind of do their 49er songs bare bones where they don't want to drop players' names in there. I noticed,
Yeah, I've heard that quite a few times. Like, why do you stamp it? Why do you stamp it? Right. But I don't know. I get caught up in the moment when I'm writing that song, and if it comes to mind, they're on our team, I'm going to put it in there. And I actually got to change a couple of lines on these new songs I'm going to release pretty soon here.
Oh, really? Wow, what happened?
Yeah, I just wrote a song called Forever Faithful to the Bay, and I actually got 49er dude on there. He kills it on this one right here. It's not finalized yet, but I got him. I got Dave Canal on there, and crap, I'm having a brain fart right now. But yeah, we talked about a player that just was recently released. Crap,
Who was it?
Number three.
Tart?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tart, right? Yeah, there you go. Oh, dang it, man. Oh man, that's embarrassing.
Well, I know that last song I played, Jalen Hurd was mentioned on there, and I was really hyped up about Jalen Hurd, and it's unfortunate, in my opinion, that it didn't pan out,
Right.
So, but but we saw the talent. And we're like, oh wow, this guy can be so good for us, but we could never get him on the field, unfortunately.
The hardest part is, I wrote all these songs in the off season. I got another 2 songs that I'm going to release pretty soon here once I finalize it back to the studio, and I have another song I'm going to record. But it's getting the players on there, and then all of a sudden, right before the season, they're gone, right? So
yeah, it's just how it is in this business, man. It's just sports. It's so unpredictable with players coming and going. More so now than when I first became a fan. When I first became a fan, it was just more likely to see players on teams throughout the length of their career, But
Yeah.
it is what it is.
Yeah.
We were talking about this whole upcoming season, and I know you're going to be attending the practices, right?
Yeah, I'm actually going tomorrow, and then I got VIP tickets for Saturday, and I'll be out there Sunday for Dwight Clark Day.
Wow, Dwight Clark! Shout out to him. Rest in peace. I had the pleasure of meeting Dwight Clark actually, and I got his autograph. Took a picture with him. The nicest guy. He did so much for the 49ers, obviously, and we're very proud to have been 49er fans, and had Dwight Clark as a 49er player.
He's the one who started our legacy, pretty much, right? The catch.
Oh yeah. Did you ever get a chance to meet him?
I actually got it right behind me, right there. There you go.
What, his autograph or?
No, well, it's his autograph picture right there. Hold on, let me see.
Oh, okay. I was asking if you ever had an opportunity to meet him.
But no, I never got a chance to meet him. But I heard good things about people that had met him. That he was just super cool, super chill, was willing to give autographs. Just about anybody that would ask for it, right? So.
Oh yeah, he's very gracious and very very kind, and he talks to people, and it's just awesome. Unfortunately, I'm talking about him as if he's still alive, but definitely alive in our hearts. So you're going to these training camp practices, and anything exciting that you want to check out and see for your own eyes, like in front of see in person. Anything in mind that you want to talk about this upcoming training camp?
I want to see everything. I've never been to a training camp before, so this will be my first time going. I'm so happy and so juiced for it, right? I probably won't sleep tonight. But I want to see some of our rookies. I want to see Trey Lance. I want to see how Danny Gray does right there in the practice. I heard Brandon he was killing it out there, right? And I want to see Debo. We got him signed finally, yay. Everybody thought, with all these rumors going around, but I don't believe rumors until I see it, right? Until it's finalized, it's just a rumor. So, I'm just so happy that they got to an agreement with Debo. So.
Oh yeah, I mean, I was somewhat skeptical about the Debo thing, just a little bit, but at the end of the day, I was just like, so I had John Chapman on here before. Yeah. He runs a great YouTube channel, and he was just, when he was on here, he said, I think cooler heads will prevail. And at the end of the day, I always like to I try to be positive, and I just took a step back, and I was like, what, I've been seeing this for years where so many rumors fly around and nothing even happens, and I was like, what, screw it. They'll probably end up signing him anyways, just the media just will take there'll be some type of truth to whatever they speak on, but they'll just blow it up to a bigger proportion. Always. And that's just what the media does, especially in the off season when there's nothing to talk about, so they got to have something to talk about. And we got Gustavo Lopez says, from what we have seen so far, what's your thoughts on Trey? I'll answer that first, and then you can go ahead and answer that. I'm a big Trey Lance guy. I make no bones about it. When we invested those picks to get him, that was me basically saying, okay, this is our guy. Let's make it happen. So now that he officially is the starter, his work ethic is impeccable. I mean, sure, he was born with these physical talents that are very rare and hard to find. The case in point, he was drafted number 3 overall. But to have that kind of physical ability, but still have, be the hardest worker out there, and to still, on top of that, he's just a smart guy, to be intelligent and just a really, really good, nice guy. I mean, just to have all that wrapped into one package, I just think sky's the limit for him. I just think he's going to work too hard. People say, oh, well, what if he's a bust? What if he's a bust? I think the only way Trey Lance could possibly be a bust, in my opinion, is if he ever had some, God forbid, some catastrophic injury or something like that. Yeah. But I mean, we have a stacked team with him. We don't have to force him in a position where he has to back up and throw the ball 50 times. We have a great running game, and the defense, from what I hear, is going to be amazing this year. So I love our weapons. Debo's just getting back into the mix. So I'm pretty excited about Trey Lance. So what are your thoughts about Trey Lance so far, and for what you've seen and just in general?
Pretty much everything you just said, man. I mean, Trey Lance is like, I don't know. I think of him as a bigger Patrick Mahomes, right? Just the way, he doesn't stay in the pocket for too long. He knows when to get rid of the ball within a few seconds. I mean, the Niners spent so much money this season on their O-line, their defense. I mean, what else can you do with a guy like Trey Lance, but to believe in him? I'm not a big fan of quarterbacks when they first get on, but, as soon as we got him, I had a custom jersey made. That's how much faith I have in Trey and his ability. What you see, his first game that he had against Arizona Cardinals, playing against a team that's 10-0, and he still balled out. We barely lost that game last season, but just his talent in general.
He was playing with a hurt finger that game too. A lot of people don't realize that. Yeah.
Exactly. You know, I was actually at that game too, but
oh, you were? Okay.
yeah, but just I don't know. There's something about him that you can't not like the guy, right? He's not cocky. You know, he thinks about all his team as a whole, and I want to see where he can take us this season.
Yeah, he's actually being mentored and consulted by Steve Young as well. A lot of people don't even realize that. For Steve Young to take his time out of his day and get on the phone with Trey Lance speaks a lot. You know, Jerry Rice talks to him a lot too, and they all have great things to say about the guy. And we're going to wrap this up pretty soon, but if there's anything that you want to tell the people out there in terms of how to follow you or anything you have lined up for the future, feel free to speak about it.
Yeah, so if you guys want to follow me, I'm on Instagram, Facebook. You guys can follow. It's called foreverfaithfulazteca. That's the clothing brand. And then, you know, my personal page, my name's Ray Pena. If you guys want to follow, you know, go for it. Some of the upcoming stuff I have this season, I'm actually, hopefully I can come out with a new design. You know, it'll be a new one. I haven't dropped a design since last season towards the playoffs, but, you know, that's the focus I'm thinking about doing in the near future here. I got a couple new songs coming out. The one I was just telling you guys about called Forever Faithful to the Bay with Dave Canal, 49er Dude. I got a song dropping, you know, as soon as I can called 49er Legends with Del G. And that one talks about, you know, past, you know, since all Super Bowls that we won and past players, Hall of Fame players. It's all the 49er legends, you know, in the Niner world. I think we say probably about 30 or 40 different players in that song.
Oh, I'm looking forward to that one then.
Yeah, Del G kills it in that one right there. I'm working on getting the cover done for that, and hopefully I can release that in the next 2 weeks. And then the next one I'm going to be doing in the studio when I get a chance to go. 49er Dude actually reached out to me right after your show, and he was like, Ray, he goes, you need to do a song about your eye, right? And I was like, why would I do a song about my eye, right? You know, and he goes, because nobody else can. And he got me so juiced on this. He goes, I'm gonna get Superman in the studio like this week. I'm gonna write a hook for you. There's this rap rock beat that I got going on. Check it out, right? So I heard this rap rock beat, and you know, he sent me over the hook with Superman. I was like, fuck, man, why not? So I got that one coming out. You know, it's kind of like I put my whole life into that. And it's not just about me either. It's about, you know, me meeting fans from around the world and how you guys are all my family at this point. And I can't wait for everybody to hear that one. So hopefully I can get all 3 songs out in the next month or 2. So that's the plan.
Yeah, definitely looking forward to check that out without a doubt. And Del G again, he said, Yellow Lot be popping in Atlanta with the eye of the Niner. Okay. We're looking forward to that. Maria Ortiz, I don't know if you know her. She says, I think Trey is going to be fired. Give him a chance. Yeah, that's the thing. I don't want to get into the whole Trey Lance thing right now, but I'll since somebody mentioned it. But there are some people out there who claim to be Niner fans and they're like, oh, watch us only win 2 games this year. Watch us only win 4 games and watch us not make the playoffs. And it's like please, guys, let's just sit back and watch and let the kid develop and, you know, quit thinking negative things about the guy, please, man. He doesn't deserve it.
If you really doubt your team that much every season, or depending on who we get, are you really a fan? You know, if you're a fan of your team, you have faith in them no matter what, right? Good years, bad years. That's what a diehard fan is.
And that's why they call us the faithful, right? That's how we're supposed to be.
Good or bad.
And this guy showed up a little late, but shout out to him. Must be one of your buddies. Says Jason Savell says just got home. What's up, 49er Minded Ray, aka the Niner, aka I the Niner.
That's
shout out to him.
Best friends right there.
Oh, your best friend. I told him I'm sorry, man. We're about to wrap this up pretty soon. Quay Browning says, say that again. Yeah, man. I really, really appreciate everybody in the chat. I see a lot of new faces in here. A lot of them are Ray's friends and Ray's supporters. So just awesome people in the chat. Obviously, I always love it when new people come on the chat. Great to see new faces on here. And you mentioned 49er Dude and Supa, and I can't think of a nicer duo. They're like the friendliest, kindest people, man. You know, a lot of people think of musicians or people who put out music as being cocky, but those guys are just mad cool. And Del G himself is just a really, 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 really good guy. I talked to him on the phone, and we're going to have him on the show pretty soon. So I love collabing and talking to all you 49er rappers. You know, before I was a a 49er fan. I was actually into music, before I was a Niner fan, I was watching cartoon and wrestling and all that. So music's always been definitely a big thing in my life. So it's always good to talk about 49er fans who are into music, who do things with music. And you never know, one day I might hit you up and say, hey, if you got a song with the other people popping up on there, screw it. Maybe I'll try to do whatever I can and try to drop a few bars. You never know, man.
You want to get on a verse? I mean, I don't have any signs of stopping right now, right? So, I don't know if I want to do an album, but once I hear a beat and I get a beat, boom, I'm putting a new song out, and I don't see any signs of stopping right now. It'll
be a challenge for me, but if you put out whatever and said, hey, what do you think of this beat? Do you want to get on this one? If I hear that beat and I think to myself I could do it, I'll let you know, man.
Hey, just think about it this way. I was just like that a year ago when Dell told me to get in the studio, right? So you got to start somewhere, but, I can coach you through it. Come on out to the studio. We'll make it happen.
Well, I told you I put out that song on my channel, the Who's Going to the Game. So I did that one, but it's more of me doing E40's voice. It's not me doing a real voice of myself, So what's up, Rick Diaz? He's in the chat. He says, hey, Ray, this is Rick. Go Niners. If you like, you said it. It is really 49er fans. You should be talking negative. Credit has potential. I think he's talking about Trey Lance. He'll be all right. Okay, this is Rick. Okay, so nice to meet you guys. Okay, all right. Shout out to you, man. It was kind of hard to read that. It was a little choppy, but it's all good, man. John V, shout out to him. Says, Ray, this episode was awesome. Good luck to you and all. Thanks, God willing, I can meet you in some time in the future. Yeah, I'd love to meet John too, man. John's just an awesome guy.
Well, yeah. I'm a season ticket holder. I'm in Blue Lot 1 every game, every season. You guys want to come out there? Let me know. We'll take care of you guys.
Oh, I know who this guy is. 49ers throwback. He always comes on the channel. Says, what's up, 49er minded? Again, thank you guys. Thank you, Ray. It's been awesome having you on. Hey, if you
for having me.
I'll probably get you on again in the future because you said you got other songs lined up coming out, and I'm always trying to bring back guests I have in the past to bring them on again.
Yeah, let me know.
Yeah, without a doubt. So with that said, guys, thank you guys for watching 49er Minded, where we get into the minds of 49er fans. We got some more training camp practices lined up this weekend. We have our first preseason game lined up next Friday. I'm hyped up. I'm juice. With that said, keep repping those 49ers and stay 49er minded. Peace. Come on, 49er faithful, let's get it.
Because it's 49er mind.
We gotta do this one time for the Empire.
It's 49er mind. It's 49er mind.
We gotta get that brick by brick real quick.
49er mind.
Yeah. Yo, we can't listen to them haters, man.
49er mind.
We from the Bay.
49er mind.
We them San Francisco 49ers.
49er mind.
We got that red and gold blood inside us.
49er mind.